Yo, it's Guido coming at you with a miserable Monday experience. I have a couple of quick dopey things for you right here, and then we're going to get into a video, into a replay that I had, and we're going to talk some miserable Monday stuff with that. But it is Monday, so we do at least have to start off with some stupidity. And in this case, let me set you up here. We're doing all right. It's 5-4. You can see our heavies are battling down there, and I am flanking. I'm flanking! I didn't show it to you, but I did duel the Alpine Tiger earlier, and let's just say it didn't go well in terms of my shots. You'll notice I hit him twice out of about 5 or 6 shots. But that being said, I know there's a Borosk, and he is on low hit points, as I can see up there. Simplexity is on low hit points, so I figure I'll come boiling around this corner. Yeah, I might get lit by something on the cap, but it should be fine. It should be fine. I'm just going to come around. I'm going to shoot the Borosk and ram him if need be. All right, here we go. Dun 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 dun. Where's the Borosk? Oh my gosh, he's at 405 hit points. We're gonna hit him once, and then we're gonna ram him to death. All right, so far so good. What ridiculous series of unfortunate events can we possibly get into here that would stop me from killing the Borosk? Number one, he tracks me. All right, fine. That was probably his plan. Good on him. Well done, Simplexity. I'll just fix it and move on. Fixed, let's go. Nope, second shot tracks me as well. Sure. Okay, fine. I'm almost on a reload. We got him. You might be asking yourself right now, you could be sitting right now at your computer and saying, this is not miserable Monday. Other than getting tracked and not being able to ram, you have achieved your objective. But au contraire, my friend, my viewers, my compatriots, my fellow World of Tanks enjoyers, connoisseurs of the game, you will now immediately recognize the rest of the series of events, because this has happened to you as well. Okay, waiting to repair. Waiting to repair. Why am I waiting to repair? Because I used my kit and he tracked me again. Alright, I'm almost ready to go, but now I just got hit and my engine broken. Great. So that's an RHM I didn't know was there. Fair enough. Here we go. Here we go. Let's get moving along. That is a 701 damage pen by the 155-51, a tier 8 artillery, followed up by a hit for the rest of my hit points from the Alpine Tiger, one of the more inaccurate guns, who is probably at least 500 odd meters away. And I suppose I shall now move on to another battle. We did end up winning that, but I was really about to make a difference down there, my friends. Miserable Monday. Okay, sometimes the misery is brought on 100,000% by yourself. Sometimes it is in fact your fault, not the games, not the other players, not RNG, not an employee at Wargaming who has it out for you. Whatever it is you think that is causing your misery. Sometimes it is absolutely, positively, 100 bazillion% your fault. I have one such occasion right here for a miserable Monday. In my defense, which of course, as you know, anything followed by the words in my defense is complete bollocks. In my defense, I thought we had this. It looks pretty good, actually. However, if you look at it closely, a little closer than I did at this point, we're actually not that great a shape. Our Skoda is low hit points. Their object has a lot of hit points. T-43 is running away. They have a Shrek, and they have a G-SOAR, which is an autoloader. So do we, but it's not as sure a thing as I kind of thought it was at this moment. And I'm about to be disabused of that fact because we will lose this. But let me show you, and I think you can already see, just think about it for a minute, what it is that I'm about to attempt. My penchant for such things. You probably already know. Well, let's see how well it goes, because it probably goes about as well as you think. I'm trying to shoot this guy. Oh, cool. And that's, when I got that shot, I felt like we got this. I have 2,300 damage already, 297 assists. I have 2 kills. Let's just finish off this 252U, and we will do it with flair. With absolute flair. This is a lot like Alabama rolling into Tallahassee. We got him. Oops, he dodged.
We're done for. Everyone get out.
We did, in fact, lose that battle. So, fellas, you know, we do like to play the game and have fun. It's a pixel tank game. I do like doing things like this. However, I completely misassessed the situation. And I'm not I'm not saying we absolutely win, but we have a much better chance with me and all my hit points, because these rest of these guys, they don't do well. They lose. As you might notice by looking at the situation up there, this is going very poorly for us. We had a bunch on the beach, they lost. We had a bunch down in the west side, the high area, they lost. We had a couple over in the middle, they lost. I had to fall back to here. I got all my hit points, but haven't done a whole lot. I have 881. However, if you're going to die, fellas, die well. That's all I'm saying. If you're going to die, die well. This Pantera comes at me. The good news is that these guys that are attacking me are not very good players. I guess he was not fully loaded. I don't know. Ignore my horrible gunnery, because I could have done more damage here, but I figure the Prototypo is going to come at me. This guy's not really that interested in mixing it up, and I'm doing a pretty good job with him. Get him, Leo. No, Leo's not doing anything. See if we can track and hit him. There we go. Nice. We're still alive, but I'm running out of allies. This was a whiff. This sucks. Okay, actually it was a ricochet. Never mind. Auto-aim attempt. He's trying to make a runner. I know I'm about to get jumped by multiple. Oh, no. Yeah, so he should have been dead right there. But die well, fellas. Take as much of them down as you can. I didn't notice the guy was on my right there. He comes back around and gives me a shot. All right, fine, that works. Somebody else finished him off. Nice. So we're at 2,000, but again, losing allies quickly. The whole swarm is coming at me from the cap area. Not theirs, but mine. I'm just going to charge a Prototypo, whatever. Artie misses. I like that. Little wiggle jiggle didn't help. Took another hit. Ram. Not quite a kill. Oh, armor not penetrated. Auto aim. Oh boy, Artie coming at me. We're down to half hit points. Maybe one more kill. There we go. We got rid of him. Very nice. 2,803. Stunned. Basoto says close game. I'm trying to get away. All right, Mr. Hellcat. Whatever. Can we get him? No. Okay. No. Oh, how about this dude? Boom. All right, ram this guy. There we go. Another 300. I got 634 off that guy. Wow. Much heavier than Mr. G-Sword. Cranked it up to 3806. I think that's the end of it, folks. Yeah, there you go. G-Sword puts another shot on me. If you're going to die, man, just die well. That's all I'm saying. Total losing effort. Did nothing really to save that game or make it winnable, because we just didn't have enough guys in the middle. 3,800 though. Looks good on paper. That's a miserable Monday stat right there. Looks good on paper. With the big old L. So this is kind of what I'm worried about with the hero shooter tier 11 magic power tanks. That's not a hero shooter magic power tanks. Totally 100% balanced. We have a super fast IS-7 platoon that's absolutely rolled over. To be fair, our IS-7 platoon went up there, but there was 2 of them. The enemy team really pushed hard in the north. Our guys down in the south, for some reason, we won the south because the enemy team just didn't send very much, but they kept pushing. I don't know why they didn't come back around. It's not a complete lost cause right here, but we're in bad shape. The IS-7s are just so fast, it's crazy. They're going to come track me down. I have to go up high right here. This is going to hurt. Right now I have all my hit points. Let's shoot him. Didn't even scratch him. Sure. 2 hits and nothing. 2 big hits. And of course the speed of these things are just going to come screaming around. Whoa! Barely got away from that. We'll go kind of hold down. What damage can we get out of this? We have 400 right now. There we go. Let's see if we can get him to miss. Oh, okay, sure, Artie. Why not? Yeah, thanks. 267. fix that. Oh, this is going to suck. They're going to come try to ram me. Okay, another shot. Got lucky, actually. I didn't get into the tracks there. 2 hits, no bounce. Nice. One more shot before I die. There we go. You can't get me. Too much. Never mind. It's this kind of stuff I'm worried about. Not necessarily just the speed thing with the Magic IS-7, the Tier 11 Super IS-7 kind of idea. But just all those magic powers are going to be... I just feel like there might be more of this kind of stuff. We'll see. We'll see. Maybe there's not enough of them in the game for a while for this to go on. But the point really... Do I have a point? Not really. But let's pretend I have a point. The point really is that this kind of thing is already possible with the way builds are in the game right now. Never mind super magic powers. That's all I'm saying here. All right, let's get on to carrying trolls. Well, all right, fellas, fellas and fellettes, carrying trolls. What does that mean? Well, just kind of watch this game. I'll comment on it as we go. But just watch my team and what's going on. Looks fairly normal, not a big deal. Although SP1C, is he not moving? I don't know what he does. It's not him, so don't pay attention to him. I won't tell you who it is otherwise, though. Just sort of... You might recognize the name if you're aware of this person and people like him. Anyway, I'm here in my Tier 8 Heavy Type 57. We're going to cruise down here. I do like coming down here to the northwest portion of this map and crossing the little open area and then using the hold down spot there if the tank is built for that, because it gives you some options to shoot on the left of the building or to side scrape out, shoot on the right, potentially guys up high. So I think you have more shotting options here. Take a stab at the upper plate like a dummy and predictable result. But this is what I like to do, because if you're fast enough... Oh, okay. A phase 1, he's going to make some things possible here. I like that, actually, and unfortunately I didn't quite get in underneath him. So he's going to be a bit of a problem in terms of trying to shoot around, but he does a pretty good job right here. Now, our 50 TP, you might think maybe he's the troll. Just not very good. He goes way back here. I don't know what he's doing. Whatever. His hit point's up here. Nice shot by the T-30. He side scrapes out and thumps the AE phase 1. Anytime you drop 700 on somebody, that is very helpful for the team. Thought I might get into the side plate there, but hit the... Still pretty well angled at me. Pretty well angled to my gun, so I don't get any penetration off of that. And it's only APCR. This thing does struggle, I think, a little bit with the penetration. That's unfortunate. I really wish that would have gone in. We're sitting 230 to 252, which is not great, really. But it's not heat. Let's see if we can sneak a shot on him. Yes! I'll take it. Really don't know how that went in. I wish I reloaded slightly faster, because I might have had a shot, but I think the 252 knew that he was going to be able to come out and around. I'm like, oh, is he going to push again? No, he's sort of trying to bait. Can I shoot into the top hatch? No. Alright, so take a look at the minimap. You may have forgotten already. Get out of the way. Just kind of peruse the minimap. Alright, there you go. Let's look at that. We're still fighting these heavy dudes here. I'm thinking maybe the AE phase 1 will make a bold move. Now the E75 shows up, and he kind of changes the dynamics here. It's going to be a little harder. I was thinking about maybe poking around the left side of this a little bit more, but now I've got to watch out for the E75. I like the gaminess. I like the T29's game. He's got the 76mm on. Look at the little... How many times have you seen that lately? At least I don't think it's the 90. I'm pretty sure that's the 76. Might be the 90. Anyway, it's not the big gun. He takes a big hit, unfortunately, but he is kind of keeping him honest, making him think about it. I'm looking for shots here. I'm kind of also thinking that maybe I rushed that a little bit. Did not get the pen. That is unfortunate. I'm really thinking that we can shut these guys down if somebody would get over there on the right side and sort of push some of these low hit point dudes. It's time now that they're that low hit points that we can start taking these dudes out. Couldn't quite get it. He's looking for my hatch for sure. Good news is that the 252 has a relatively bad dispersion. And I'm thinking about, can I get around here? No? Okay, alright, let's do it. Let's go over here. Now, I remember, I haven't looked at this replay since I played it. I remember thinking, why on earth did they not come help me? So let's see what happens here, because I'm just going to push and then put my front armor. I know I'm going to take hits here, but I don't care. Because I go, boom, put one into him. All right, yep, I expected that. I take a hit. So this is what I'm looking at here. And I guess maybe it's the M2Y and the E75. That's true. Because if they come around this corner, probably they die. Yeah, that must be why they didn't come to help me as fast as I would have really liked. Because everyone's kind of a one-shot here but me. Put another shot in him. A bit of a low roll, but I wasn't going to take the rest of those 152 anyway. I'm really expecting to get hammered right here. Like, oh man, can I kill one of these guys? Nope, he got a piece of me. That's a bummer. Alright, we got him. Good. 252 takes a hit on me. And I'm thinking, come on, AE Phase 1. Help me out here, bro. Oh no. There we go. And we finished that guy off. Alright, once again, pay attention to what's going on. It's not readily apparent right now who the troll is I'm carrying, but it will be. It might have been earlier. Now, I don't feel like pushing, guys. I'm down to 559. We don't have a whole lot of hit points, except for that guy who's still sitting back there. Since he's showing no indication, remember what I've said. Assume the enemy team are all Unicums and your team are all tomatoes until proven otherwise. The guys up front have done fine. They played good, but we're all kind of low hit points, so nobody really has the hit points to push. Maybe the Tiger P, and I guess I really didn't see him making that move, but I figured let's just go around this other way. I do remember thinking right here that it would be nice if they all just hung out for a bit. I'm going to try to get a shot on this guy. I don't know how that went in, but it is where I was aiming. I'm just surprised I hit it. And we knock him down. So honestly, maybe I should have been up there with the Tiger P and we could have finished out this M2Y a bit earlier. Absolutely. So I move up, and these guys start losing hit points. Once again, the 50 TP. I mean, I'm assuming he's back here trying to play Sniper Boy on the E75. I will give him one thing. He is keeping the E75 honest from going around the left side to us, the right side to him of the building that he's behind. So that's something. These guys are all one-shots. I'm really hoping that they don't push. What we need is somebody to go around up top, kind of like the T-29 is doing. So I'm going to make that happen myself. The AE Phase 1 is like 50 TP, man. Come on, when you got hit points, you got to move up and help us. I probably could have typed something in. Good news is I can do this because the conceiver is in the middle for the moment anyway, so I'm not going to get shot in the side, at least I don't think. I like that the FSV is coming to help us. He's got hit points. He can come in here and start mixing things up. Puts a shot on the M2Y. Down goes the M2Y. I like it. I'm just going to push. If the E75 shoots at me, maybe somebody else gets a shot. Okay, great. Went into a track. He tracked me. I put just enough angle on it that he didn't get me. I like it. Now he's looking at the FSV. You cannot put, I don't know what you would say, too high a price. You cannot underestimate really how powerful that kind of thing is with most World of Tanks players because they don't have great SA. They're really gonna, most people will glom onto one person, so this guy's really worried about this little tank going by him, as he should be, but he's not really paying attention to the rest of us. And it didn't matter because the FSV got a side shot on him anyway. So I'm like, alright, excuse me, buddy. Alright, let's get in here. I don't want to walk into the E75, but he's just fired, so that's good. Can we get there before he reloads? Alright, and yes, we can. Fantastic. There's an S51. He just took a hit. Now, normally I think I would have backed around. I don't know if he actually has a shot on me from there, to be honest. He's pretty close to that wall, but maybe. But because he's spotted and been shot, I think there's a much less of a chance that he's aiming in on me. He could stand in and try it, but it seems like not as good a chance, and down he goes. And I'm really looking at this going, man, we're in great shape right here. Let's not push. Somehow the conceiver up on the hill got killed, which I didn't watch that, but I guess he got pushed by the Centurion and the T-17 and they just gang tackled him. Maybe even took a few shots from down below in the southeast. I don't know, but it looks like those guys cleaned him off. Alright, now take a look. Get out of the way here. Now take a look. Over here. Alright. Just kind of watch that. Because I don't know what the relative hit points are of the guys that were fighting in the south. They may be low hit points. They've been dealing with some guys down there. We killed quite a few tanks. I mean, on their dead tank list, we got the AE, the E75, the T30, the 703, and the 252, and the M2. They've gotten rid of the Blesk. I guess the Tiger P. I don't know if their Tiger P was down with us earlier or not. The Leo, and of course the S51 is in the back. But they have quite a few tanks, and I'm looking at that going, I mean, other than the Kunze Panzer, and maybe the Type 59, which is now spotted, the Kunze was back there. There's not a whole lot down there, so you really would hope that those guys would do a little better with that. Did you see that shot on the Skoda? That was dumb. I'll take it. I'll take it. Just shoot him on the move. I think that's, to some extent, one of the cool things about these Japanese tanks with the water cooling. That if it is a long enough time, kind of like now, the accuracy is pretty amazing on these things, and you can do stuff like that more often. All right, we're moving back to the middle. A bit worried about the Kunze, and to be honest, I didn't know it was a Kunze until later in the game. Right now, I thought it was a Kurst. I don't know why. I think I just glanced at the list up there, and I saw the T25 AT and didn't really read that, and just kind of my brain just went, that's a Kurst. So I think I was a little more worried about that than I maybe should have been, but still at 559 hit points, 2 shots from the T25 AT and I'm gone. 2 shots from any of those guys and I'm pretty much out of the game. This guy does me a huge favor and shows up, although he does hit me. We're going to spin around. Oh, right on Hellcat. Now that guy has to make a choice. He really should have rammed the Hellcat. And we kill him. Alright, good. Thank you, Hellcat. That was fantastic. They don't have an arty, so I don't have to worry about getting bombed. Hellcat's going to make a move. I just want to be there in case that guy lights himself, but yeah, it was a dumb move. Crossing right there. More than likely the Kunze is close enough, or potentially the Hellcat was still lit. Or was lit for enough of the travel across the open that the Kunze was able to do a lead fire on a blind shot. Who knows? Now, I just said, Leopard, please come help. This is where this is where I started to think something is amiss. Something is amiss. We haven't talked about it, but the Leopard has full hit points. This is a tier 9 tank. We are in cleanup phase. This is where Leopard PTAs feast, especially if they have hit points, because of their speed and their vision and their gun. And he's back there. Yep. I say, Leopard, please come help. That's pretty good for me, actually. I was proud of myself that I didn't... Because I didn't know at this point. I thought maybe he was being careful and was worried about stuff. And then the Skoda shows up and shoots him. And he misses. And the Skoda's running around. And I kill him. Which I didn't think a whole lot of. I'm like, okay, he whiffed a shot. Whatever. Alright. 50 TP. Not really sure what he's doing either. So I didn't actually think about the 50 TP too much. As I recall, I did look at the stats. He wasn't fantastic. But at least he was in the area. And to be honest, the Leopard was in the area, but he was back there for a long time. Then he kind of went forward. And I figured between him and the Super Pershing and whatever, they might have done some work. Like maybe he was part of how they kind of crushed everything in the South, you know? Maybe he was really a significant part of the situation. Could have absolutely been just dominating down there. But, not really. No. You'll see the card. The Leopard PT has 0 damage, and I think he fired once. 0 damage, and I think he fired once. Of course, we're going to cap for some reason, and I don't really know why the Kunze didn't go over there and take these guys on. I really figured he would show up and start shooting my guys on cap, but he's right here for some reason. Another one of the super shots. And honestly, I should have just pushed the guy, but I'm a 2-shot, so he's got 1,200. I was kind of hoping, honestly, that the guys would come off the cap and start shooting him. But that didn't happen. And the Leopard finally sort of shows up. Look, I looked at his stats. It has to be a troll account, or it's one of the worst players I've ever seen. Something like 43%. I'm not sure if his name... What was his name? Andy Yaga. I'm not sure if that was a anonymous or whatever's going on with that. But sometimes you just have to carry the trolls, man. Just whatever. And I didn't notice it for a long time. I got 5 kills, 3100 damage, 89 assists out of this thing. I didn't notice it for a long time, and except towards the end, I'm like, what has this guy been doing? This tier 9 with all these hit points. He should have absolutely had a heyday out there. But no. Turns out we didn't really need him. He did almost nothing. I guess he sort of... His presence, I suppose, in the South might have helped a little bit with them not losing. Potentially, I don't know. But sometimes you just got to carry the dead weight, my friends. Miserable Monday, carrying the dead weight. Didn't turn out miserable, but sometimes you got them miserable teammates. You just got to deal with it. 50 TP, I don't know what to say about that. It was a questionable situation, but we got her done at the end of the day. And that's all I've got for this Monday. You guys have a fantastic day. See ya.